to see the cover of the book, I saw someone ask me to cover the book. So if you look at it, I see both sides, right? Like I saw the side being married, and then now I'm single, and a whole different side in terms of the dating world. And so that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay, but when you say another set of hands to help out with him, to help out with the household, to help out with the kids, I
All of
mean,
the
all
above,
of
all of the above. Like if you have a career and you are a mom and you are a spouse, there are just so many needs on a consistent basis. And so, sometimes I'm not going to lie, I felt overwhelmed by it, and I became in some capacity into how other people were managing, and a lot of that came with them hiring people to come in and help, and that was not an option for me. But I did sometimes just feel overwhelmed with all those responsibilities, and yes, and so, and furthermore, I just wanted to write about single dating, and so that's kind of how Disentangled came out.
okay, all
Hmm.
right. Well,
Too much, but
no, this is why we're here. Let's do it.
this is not an unusual idea because other ethnic groups they do this. Other cultures do
Who?
this regularly. Who?
Name them out. I got my passport. Now let me stop.
I mean, almost all of them, including Black Americans. Like it's not recognized as something that's legal here, but it's been happening in other cultures. They have they have um, you know scenarios where it's just straight up polygamy. You just have your first, second, third, fourth wife. If you can take them,
Okay. Well, in that situation, though, yeah, women are more emotional than we are. So how's that going to work out?
and that is going to be a jump because naturally women are emotional. There will be some jealousy if not being.
It has to be because if I'm chilling on the sofa with wife one, and we just laughing and kiki and you come home from work and you looking at us crazy, then I'm sure it's gonna spark something up,
I mean,
or vice versa.
there are scenarios where they don't even see each other at all. The wife and the other woman, like. But I mean, and there are scenarios where they are living in the same. I mean, that will have to be, I guess, either a conversation or maybe. I mean, I just want to say again, I am not a polygamous expert.
I don't know. It's in three out of the five books. I'm gonna have to go back to Robin Peter and see what happened to Paul and why did Eve bite the apple. Because I'm saying though, we need to. I'm gonna have to read this one over again and go pick up the damage.
Absolutely, that's where you start. Like, but I mean, I do think there has to be a shared respect and understanding between everybody involved. I mean,
I mean, I think a man could handle it better. He might not have he's not going to be as emotional in it, but he's going to have to really be on top of his game and really understanding your languages, all of that, your body language, words, everything that comes out of your mouth, the way you walk. If you step different, something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of he has to pay attention to a lot of
and
detail. All right,
that he
yeah.
can act like I don't think that being jealous is not going to be an issue. I, 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 I mean, I think it's natural for you to. I mean, here's the thing in my mind, and I can't speak for everybody else, but like to have the mindset that you can possess a person is dangerous in my mind to start with, and so like
Give me that again. That didn't register the first
have
time.
the mindset that you can possess a person is dangerous, and so like to
Okay.
someone's mind is
Yeah,
dangerous. Like
it is.
that's where the jealousy starts to me because you already have this idea of possession. So that's mine. And so then there's the tantrums, right? But if it's okay, this is a person who I respect everything about them. I'm going to honor them and cherish them, all those things. And when I'm with them, I'm experiencing them. I'm experiencing all that they are in that time. Like to me, that frees you up from that stress of feeling like you are betraying someone because that's saying you're mine. That's just a lot. However, don't get me wrong. I have been in moments where I'm like, I want to be able to say they mine. I just think that's kind of like, I don't know.
Well, do you think men that agree to participate in this lacking something in some capacity?
Yes. The older I get, the less single men that are available. That's just the fact. And also, the single men who are in the age group, they start looking for women who are 10 years younger.
Well, that's a whole nother live if you want to go there, because we can go down that rabbit hole on maybe why. But I think the poly is a young man and a young woman's game, younger per se.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain age, you just being a freak. You know, if you're in your 40s or older, you just freak. You just getting your freak on. You done living life, and you're just, hey, babe, this is what I want. This is what we
I
doing.
don't know.
Um,
Are older with younger kids days, and so like if you think about how some other groups, culturally interact, where for example, if a woman becomes a widow and she has young kids, often the brother will add her as their wife and take care of them as well. Like, so when I'm looking around, there are a lot of women in my age group who have young kids, who are unpartnered for various reasons, who people see that as baggage. And so like that's something they're not even considering. I mean, it's, to me, I can understand why a younger guy might not get in that, but I'm still trying to figure out why it's challenging for people my age.
people your age with kids to date somebody.
Mhm.
Well, you're probably gonna be easier for you to date somebody with kids around your same age compared to a younger man that doesn't have kids and dating him, because he's gonna want to be doing a lot of things that you might not be able to do at the time. Not to say you in particular, but I mean, that's then he's coming into a family. He's coming to a family dynamic. Does he want that?
Right.
Turn around. The older we get, the better we are. For men, it tends to be. So we could date younger. We have options of dating younger.
Mm.
Younger women. Well, younger women always tend to date older. Younger women should always date older, I think. Between a certain age group.
How
Um,
much older?
I don't care as long as whatever.
Okay.
I ain't gonna put no age on it. I mean, if it's something crazy, if he's still walking around and everything is still working and blood is flowing, he's able to beat it up, smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no, let him get his rocks off. Um, so I mean, why do you think how about how a single woman with no kids? There's a lot of single women running around here with no kids.
There and
What's the problem there?
who are, and yesterday was a really tough day for them. It's not that they don't want to be in relationships. A lot of them, was strongly pursuing their careers. I have this conversation a lot with a lot of my girlfriends about this idea of how we were pushed to be independent women, and strong, independent women, career-minded women, and how that may have ended up being sort of like a turnoff for the men who are in our age group at the time, and we didn't really realize that. Because if you're an independent woman, you can still be independent for life, right? Because that
Well, they was cocky. They was being cocky with it. Like, I'm strong, independent, don't need no man. So that's where they got messed up. You could be strong, you could be independent, you could be educated, you could be smart, all of that. But
I mean,
what's that?
I think that was the propaganda that has been put um since, because they're being cocky. It's like you've been ingrained in a sense to say to believe that, oh, independent, not realizing that it's supposed to be unpartnered. Like you're thinking, oh, I can take care of myself if I need to, not that I want to be in a situation where I'm not in a team or have a partner. So I
Yo,
don't
yeah, I got caught. Yeah, well, women got caught up in that hype, right? And also when that whole, now that we talking about, think about when that whole movement was going on, y'all were younger, so y'all was
know.
independent, in school or fresh out of school, getting jobs and all of that other stuff, and
Don't call
doing this dance right here and all of that, and y'all got caught up in it.
me. That was a part of a conditioning, not a hype. Because I feel like when you reduce it to that, it was like, what's the girl now? I know a state to her, but like all of that, that's a part of the condition to keep you unpartnered. And you think that you have the control, but that there's a lot of it that is already embedded in everything we do to keep reminding you of what the program is. The program is for us to have no families, because the more that you don't have a strong family, the more that you're dependent on other structures to survive, which could even mean that you never can ascend. I mean, don't give me the ranting about my conspiracies.
I know, but I say y'all fell for the hype. We could say y'all anything. We could say y'all anything. Women can be sold just about anything. That's why when you go to the mall, that's why Forever 21 got a corner for us, and you got the other 16,000 square feet. Like y'all will buy the message, and y'all get caught up in it, and y'all get into little girl huddles, and and y'all get what they call an echo chamber, and that messed it up. Because I know a lot of great women. I know a lot of great women that are mothers and single, and they can't find or they can't get in a relationship. Who knows why? I know a lot of great men. Same thing. They can't find a woman to get in a relationship. And I know amazing married couples. I know amazing people that got husbands and wives for years and years and years. Have they had their up and downs? Yeah, they figured it out. But it's it it's a little bit off. So they pushing
No,
what's that?
I was just saying that the conditioning starts with the Disney movies. Like when you were talking about women getting in the huddles and selling the dream of, what you got to compete. Or I mean, almost all the Disney cartoons were about how you have to make yourself look appealing for a man. So now you end up competing with women on a regular basis. And so, I mean, the conditioning of that, the conditioning of, oh, you can do it by yourself. All those things play a part in.
But what do you mean? But what do you mean by, not to cut you off, but cut you off? What do you mean by competing with other women?
Because you just said women get in huddles, and the Forever 21 and all these different stores are targeted toward us. So the idea of I never am looking the way that I need to look, so now I need to shop in every store. It's all tied to capitalism and consumerism. All these different things are tied up with what ends up being a dysfunctional situation for a lot of women, where we're now just unpartnered.